we are dropping in the Starkiller Base, and that is ginormous. Wow. This is the Starkiller Base in Yoden Mod, and is actually a really nice model. Obviously, probably not to scale, as we have another planet to compare it to here. But this is the enemy ship. We got the Starkiller. We're about to use the Mega Laser. Just how powerful is this thing? Well, I guess that's that. Alrighty. There's our Starkiller. There's the Death Star. It is the battle of the super weapons. Here it comes. It's charging it. No, it stopped. What the hell? Why did it stop the charge? I've never seen that. Do this. Let's see how well the Death Star handles a fire from the Starkiller Base.
The enemy will pay.
What? Hello and welcome to another Star Wars video, and today we are back in Yoden Mod 2019. Now there's a lot of content I want to cover in this mod, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Starkiller Base, which is seen in the sequel trilogy of the Star Wars film series. So the Starkiller Base, from what I know, isn't in many Star Wars Empire War mods. I know it's obviously in Yoden. I think it might be in FOC Rebellion, if I'm remembering rightly. But overall, as mentioned before, there isn't a lot of like sequel trilogy mods for Empire War out there. So this is certainly quite unique. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to use it in skirmish mode. And then we're also going to have a battle against the Starkiller Base versus the Death Star 2. So if you want to see the Starkiller Base right now, as well as the battles, I'll leave a time stamp in the bottom of this video, which you can go and check it out. But for people who want to figure out how to build it, stick around, because I'm going to be showing you exactly that. So what we're going to be doing, sun map again, because it's really, really good for not crashing. Going to make sure we have 300,000 credits and allow heroes. And again, the reason we want that much credits is because you have to tech up to the final tech level of your space station, build Vader's executor SSD, and then build the Starkiller Base from that. So there's a lot of steps to get to that point of the game. It is pretty much the latest part of gameplay for skirmish mode. So theoretically, once you've built the Starkiller Base, I think nobody's going to be able to compete against you, I'm assuming. We're going to be diving right into that now. So again, we need to get tech level 5. It's going to take a little while, so I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alrighty, we are back, and what you want to build here is Vader SSD Executor. So this doesn't take quite a long to build, actually. It like builds within like 30 seconds. But once we are able to deploy him, not to be mistaken with this Darth Vader here for 2,500 credits, what you want to do is drop him down like so, and then you're able to build the Starkiller Base from the Vader SSD. Why? I don't know. This is always a mystery to me. But we've got a lot of really cool things that you can build from this ship. But obviously the most important is Starkiller Base for 55,000 credits, which is nuts. So as you can tell here, that's going to take a long time to build. This is a late game ship, as mentioned earlier in the video. Like, once you build this, you've pretty much won, and you'll probably see why when I actually do get around to building it. But that is how you get the Starkiller Base in skirmish mode. From my knowledge, I think this is the only time, or only mod, sorry, that you can have a ship like this in skirmish. I was talking the other day, I was surprised that we were even able to get SSDs in skirmish, because that's not in Thrawn's Revenge, Fall of the Republic, Awakening the Rebellion, none of that, you know. So this is actually really cool in itself. And all these other SSDs you can build too, which don't take up a lot in terms of pop cap. But yeah, this will be interesting, because whilst I don't know how the Death Star 2 in the original Empire War game functions, because I've never really played the original, don't judge me. But it'll be interesting to see how this type of ship behaves, because it's not really a ship, it's a planet, if anything. So I'll be very interested to see how it looks when trying to deploy it and so on and so forth. But yeah. And plus the Starkiller is quite like an interesting ship anyway, in the sense that, like, you know, the Starkiller was the First Order's most powerful piece of technology in the sequel trilogy, if not, you know, the Star Wars universe. And obviously, whilst the film kind of suggests that it absorbs a star and then concentrates it into a one beam at like an entire solar system of planets, it's not really that. If you watch Eckhart Ladder's video that breaks down how the Starkiller works, it's actually using a form of dark energy called quintessence, which actually is real theoretical science. You know, it's just been borrowed for the Star Wars universe and stretched a little bit. And that was the energy that's being fired out, and the star was being used as like a gravitational lens, when most people probably thought they just slot a massive kyber crystal in there and called it a day. But talking of which, the competitor, the Death Star 2, actually was that, just a big kyber crystal or a bunch of kyber crystals powered by a generator to force one big beam in one space. And whilst the Starkiller Base is technically stronger by a long shot, it'll be interesting to see how this game handles that versus battle. So I'm excited to see how those results go. 50% into the build, and this is like normal time, so it definitely takes a good minute plus, minute two, to actually build this. And I guess it's like because it's so much money and this is the only thing you can build at that time, it's more of like a brink of defense, like how hard can you hold your defenses whilst your ace up your sleeve is finally built. That's an interesting way to play the game. Fortunately, Yoden Mod can be a little bit imbalanced in terms of skirmish. There's all sorts of crazy stuff where shields regenerate too much, small ships have way too many hard points and become unkillable, and you've got like the Supremacy SSD that's just way too many torpedoes, where to the point where, you know, shields don't matter anymore because it can just bypass all of it. But yeah, I also like this. Vader's SSD is not as powerful as well. We've got a lot of hard points here, but I think a standard executor, which you can build on Vader's executor, probably is a bit stronger. Or it could just be a standard non-hero one, which the Supremacy was in the previous video. But we'll just have to wait and see. Alrighty, here we go. We are dropping in the Starkiller Base, and that is ginormous. Look at that. This is the sun scale to model, and this is the Starkiller Base. Actually insane. Wow. This is the Starkiller Base in Yoden Mod, and is actually a really nice model. Obviously, probably not to scale, as we have another planet to compare it to here. This looks really good for Yoden Mod as well. Like, you got the whole planet texture here. A whole planet playable in Empire at War skirmish. That is crazy. Look at that. Actually crazy. I can't even see the health bar. There it is. There's the health bar. It's that big. Only one hard point, which is a hangar that spawns some fighters. That is crazy. Mad, mad, mad. And then you've got a planet back there. You've got a planet here. And then you've got the Starkiller Base. Nice. Nice comparison of sizes. That's mad. I'm really impressed by this, guys. Like, it looks really cool. And it does look like it can fire its laser as well, much like the Death Star 2. Enhanced targeting. Whilst not being able to destroy a planet like the Death Star, the Eclipse super laser can render a planet inhabitable or destroy a large capital ships with a single shot. So that is obviously not the right description for Starkiller Base. But let's try and find the enemy ship. So there's our Starkiller Base. And we want to turn the camera over to the space station. So let's actually move them up a bit closer so we can actually get both of them in view. This thing is abnormally slow. And we're on double time, by the way. So just imagine how slow it is standard. That is really slow. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look inside here as well. It's kind of hard to get a really in-depth view. But while the textures on the inside here aren't super fancy, you're not exactly zooming in like this to the ship. You know? You're kind of like playing at this level of zoom. And that's good enough, you know? Not as nice as the Supremacy SSD, of course, but in terms those textures on that ship was really nice. But this is really nice still. Like, I really enjoy this model, especially that little laser heat in the center there. And I will catch you guys in just a sec once we get to that space station and we're able to use this planet to its maximum power. Alrighty, I finally managed to get the Starkiller Base into view. It took so long. This ship is so slow. But this is the enemy ship. We got the Starkiller. We're about to use the mega laser. Just how powerful is this thing? Well, I guess that's that. I spent all that time getting it close to the space station and it just disappears. What a shot. Wow. There you go then. That's probably why it cost 50,000 credits to build. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's have a quick preview of what the Death Star 2 can do in skirmish before we get into the battle. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, we are back. We're just gonna drop Vader's SSD once again. Get him dropped in, and we can find the Death Star 2 for the same price in the Darth Vader SSD, and it's pretty much the same build time. So I'm gonna have to see you when it's finally built. Alrighty, we are back, and we have the Death Star 2 built. And there's the model, very big, chunky model.
Reinforcements en route.
On par. Is that the original design? Is that from OG Empire at War? Or is this like a custom model? I'm not sure. I don't even know if you could move the Death Star around like this. I thought it was like something you'd build like a hypervelocity gun or something. But I could be wrong on that. If you know the answer, let me know in the comments down below. I'll read that and finally be able to know. But here's the space station and the Death Star. Definitely not to model. Let's turn and lock on with that. Now, I've right-clicked. I don't know if it's actually going to fire the super laser or it's just turning into the right angle and then I have to click the button. We'll have to just wait and see. Hopefully the laser will look a little bit better than what it did on the Starkiller Base. That was underwhelming. It was the quickest, like, I've ever seen on a super laser like that. So, fingers crossed this will actually be a bit better. Whoa, is that... Are these fighters?
TIE interceptor here.
They're interceptors. Oh, they've just been spawned out of the Death Star. I gotcha. They didn't have the icons above them, so I didn't know what they were, and I realized they're just in the center. All right, Death Star lined up. What's it gonna look like? Is it gonna fire? I wish the Starkiller Base did this, because that would have been a lot cooler. It didn't even need to turn. It's just got like a 360 directional fire, and then that was it. You know, it was up, done. Because in Thrawn's Revenge, the Eclipse doesn't need to line up. It's able to angle the laser, which it can't in Star Wars universe. But that's just nitpicking at that point. The animation still looks really cool. Okay, it looks like it's not firing. I need to hit the button.
Commence primary
Oh. Okay, now that looks a lot cooler compared to the Starbase. I mean, Starbase is still cool. The model looks great, but no, that was cool. Okay, but now that we've finally got that out of the way, let's pit the both of them together. Yes, this is going to be the Starkiller Base versus the Death Star 2, and it'll be interesting to see exactly who will win. So I've got two here, although I didn't need to. I just need to do one and then choose my faction differently. So Empire has the Death Star and Rebellion has the Starkiller. So I'm going to swap these around. So we have the Starkiller first, and let's go ahead and see what happens. Alrighty, there's our Starkiller. There's the Death Star. It is the battle of the super weapons. Here it comes. It's charging it. No, it stopped. What the hell? Why did it stop the charge? I've never seen that. I saw the animation. It just stopped. Why? That is a cool sight, though. This is a custom map, by the way, that I made. I had to get rid of the planet in the center as well, just so that these two were very visible. But that is really cool. If we can get it in view. There's the Death Star and the Starkiller. And the Starkiller and the Death Star. That's a cool... They're cool shots, man. I really like it. I just had to change the difficulty on the enemy AI because it looked like it wasn't firing at all. Or attempting to. But it looks like the AI just doesn't know what to do. Nothing? You're just going to keep rotating around in a circle? Alright, buddy. If you're not going to fire, I will. So, let's do this. Let's see how well the Death Star handles a fire from the Starkiller Base.
The enemy will pay.
What? Okay. I mean, what? I don't know what I was expecting. Because we just saw it on the space station. It just disappears. Okay. Yeah, sure. Alright. Not that I just put this whole map together to just see that happen. Okay, fine. You know what? Starkiller Base won that one. But what if we were to swap the roles over? That's what I want to know. If we play as the Death Star 2, does this Death Star 2 win? Or, you know, does it not take out the Starkiller in one go? There's only one way to find out. So we put ourselves on Empire. Wait, yeah, and then that on Rebellion. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm assuming the AI just doesn't fire. So we're just going to have to deal with the AI not to... Oh, so the AI does fire. Why didn't it fire the Death Star? Okay, you know what? Fine. That's fine. We'll pause. We'll pause before the enemy can fire so we can fire back. Guys, I did not test these properly before recording it, so I honestly... I've got to be honest, I have no clue why this is the case and why it's acting this way, but I apologize. We're gonna get the Death Star to fire before the Starkiller, I hope. So we begin, pause immediately,
At your command.
select, enhanced targeting, fire, or just the red button. There we go. It's charging. Guys, if I'm honest, at this point, I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. It's Yoden Mod, okay? Don't expect, like, amazing stuff to happen, incredible effects, and so on and so forth. But, yeah, there you go. Fine. That is Death Star 2 versus the Starkiller Base, and vice versa. I wish I had something more epic for you, but it looks like I don't, so... yeah, there you go. Apologies, but, I hope you enjoyed that, and of course, guys, if you want anything else you want to see in Yoden Mod, let me know in the comments down below. I'll read all of them and try to get back to some of you. And of course, you can get Yoden Mod on ModDB as well, although not on Steam at the moment. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Charlie, you've been watching EcksToo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.